Bill Moon. 3 pieces from stories I've written. Piece number 1. Namdi was a little girl who lived on the edge of the great savannah with her grandfather. Every night the moon glowed coldly in the sky and the stars shone brightly. And Nandi would sit on her little stool in front of the hut and she would sing. Kui, 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 komi kulau. One night, all of the village was gathered around the fire. And suddenly, into their midst, in front of the fire, came a runner. He was a scant little man, and he was gasping for breath. And he told them, quickly, you must leave, because Great Lion has just left our village, and he's coming this way. You must leave, you must go into your huts, you must climb the trees behind the village, because Great Lion is coming. So there was panic as the men and the women and the children scattered everywhere. And soon there was nobody left around the fire but little Namdi, who simply continued to sing. Kui, 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 kulau. She could see across the fire the 2 green eyes looking at her. And gradually those green eyes began to move around the fire, getting closer and closer and closer. End of piece 1. Beginning of piece 2. My great-great-grandfather was Giacomo Valerga. He had petitioned Signor da Monte, a wealthy landowner in Genova, for the hand of his beautiful daughter Elisabetta in marriage. It was not surprising that da Monte had turned him down, because after all, Giacomo was a stonemason, the son of a stonemason. And the social restrictions in 1847 would have prevented him from marrying the beautiful Elisabetta. But he had a friend who worked at a freighter on the docks of Genova. And one night that friend helped Giacomo and Elisabetta to sneak into that ship bound for Boston. They hid the steerage behind some barrels. And there, in the quiet of the night, Elisabetta would sing. First she would hum arias that she knew, arias like O mio bambino caro from Gianni Schicchi, and many, many other arias. And her enchanting, angelic voice would fill the compartment. Of course, Giacomo was a little bit afraid, because his thought was that maybe they would be heard and caught and taken off the ship. But more than being afraid, he was enchanted with this angelic voice. And as she sang, she sat erect with her head back, and her beautiful black braids would fall along her shoulders, her soft shoulders. He was enchanted with this woman who would become the mother of his 11 children to be born in Boston and San Francisco. End of part 2. Part 3. Our hero, Guy Giddy, the illustrious guinea pig boy of the old West, was sitting at the bar at the Simple Pleasures Saloon in the little town of Gopher Gulch, his furry left elbow on the bar, his little right paw holding a mug of sarsaparilla. And suddenly, the doors of the bar flew open, and in walked Ratsputin, the arch enemy of Guy Giddy. That slimy, smelly, snorting, sniveling varmint looked at Guy Giddy and he said, as the crowd hushed at the bar. "God, Guinea, yesterday I gave you 24 hours to get out of town."